There's an airline that you can take that flies directly from the United States to Vietnam. And I've been back in California for the summer and finally heading back to Saigon, which is pretty nice because I've been here a little bit longer than expected. And today I'm going to be flying that airline, and the airline is Vietnam Airlines. I'm flying the direct flight from San Francisco to Ho Chi Minh City. The plane's an Airbus 350-900 with a 333 configuration, which you'll see when we board. The flight is going to be 14 hours and 15 minutes long. And so essentially, by the time I get to Ho Chi Minh City, I would have gone into the future about 29 hours with the 15 hour for the flight and the 14-hour difference. And that'll be the 29 hours that I'm jumping ahead. And speaking of landing, I've got a method to get through immigration pretty fast, so watch to the end and I'll show you how. It's easy, very strategic, and you can actually use it in most airports. I've done it before and saved me a lot of time. I've already checked in. I'm actually waiting at the gate right now. Went through the lounge, which was pretty nice, but priority passes really kind of dropped the ball. But I still got like half an hour of lounge time because that's all you're allowed now in SFO apparently, just half an hour. But anyways, let's get to the gate and let's start leaving. We're finally boarding and we're roughly about 25 minutes behind schedule, but most likely we're gonna get there on time, so there is really no issues with that. But this will be hella early by the time we get there though. And as you can see, it's a 333 configuration. And this flight is a little bit crazy. I actually thought it would be less people, but there seems to be a lot of people here in this flight tonight. Okay, so got on my seat. They gave us a pillow, also blanket for the overnight, and then there's also headphones for the entertainment system. Under the seat is a universal power outlet. Here's the entertainment system. Choose English, and let's make it a little bit brighter. Can it go brighter? I think this is max brightness. But yeah, so this is the system. There's some movies here. Let's see what they have. They got some pretty new movies around. Yeah, I got Sinners here, so that's a fairly new flick, probably I think in the last year. So there's quite a big selection of movies, a lot of international films as well. And then the TV wise, there's probably a lot of TV shows over here. It looks like there's some Korean shows. Looks like a Vietnam series about city of Da Nang. Yeah, so there's quite a selection. There's also some games you can play. So, Bejeweled, that's an old one. And yeah, so pretty entertaining. If you have kids, they'll definitely staying busy with the games. They have a kids channel as well with movies, audio, TV, and game. So this is the leg room. It's actually not bad, but I think for anybody taller than 5'10", you're probably going to be having a hard time.
Go on board. Our average 350, flight number VN99 from San Francisco to Ho Chi Minh City. Our estimated flying time to Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport is 15 hours and 25 minutes. Thank you and enjoy your flight.
They're giving out some hot towels right now. Thank you. So there's some hot towels here.
Welcome aboard.
It's pretty refreshing. You don't usually get towels on economy class, but I guess Vietnam Airlines usually does, and it actually feels really good.
In front of you, hand luggage must not obstruct the aisle or the emergency exits. Quý khách tắt điện thoại di động, các loại máy thu, phát sóng và các thiết bị điện tử xách tay hoặc chuyển sang chế độ trên máy bay và chế độ yên lặng cho đến khi máy bay hạ cánh, di chuyển vào nhà ga. Quý khách không sạc pin các thiết bị điện tử trong khi máy bay lăn, cất và hạ cánh.
Your mobile phone's receiver, transmitter devices, and portable electronic equipment must be turned off or switched to flight mode and silent mode until taxi after landing. You are not allowed to charge up your portable electronic devices during taxiing, takeoff, or landing. Please take a look at the safety instruction card in your seat pocket for more details.
Tuân thủ các đèn chỉ báo và các quy định an toàn tại khu vực ghế ngồi. Thông tin cho tiếp viên những vấn đề bất thường liên quan đến an toàn an ninh trong chuyến bay.
You should follow all cabin safety placards and activated passenger signs at your seating area and contact the cabin crew if you notice any safety issues on board.
Trân trọng cảm ơn sự chú ý và kính chúc quý khách một chuyến bay tốt đẹp.
Thank you very much for your attention and we wish you a pleasant flight.
Man, there is so many commercials prior to taking off. It's kind of crazy. I think this is like the 4th commercial so far. I think if memory serves me well, Vietnam Airlines is the only one that does these commercials that I know of.
We'll be seated for takeoff. Thank you.
Máy bay đậu trên độ cao. Nếu không có vị rời khỏi số hội, quý khách lưu ý vẫn cài dây an toàn cho chuyến bay. Phòng kiểm máy bay. Bay vào.
It looks like the crew's going around passing earbuds for their headphones. The tray table folds up half. So you can use it as a half or you can fold it out for your meals. There's a hook on the side over here. There's the headrest, which is over here. You can fold the sides in so it'll keep your head centered. And it looks like they're passing out water before the meals. About an hour after takeoff, they started serving dinner. So the choices are noodle with chicken and rice and fish. It is chicken with noodles. Looks like this is the Western meal. It's pasta what looks like a Alfredo sauce with a couple of slices of chicken. There's a fudge brownie. We have some bread and butter. And of course we have the utensils and napkins. Chicken is a little bit on the drier side because it's breast meat. The noodles kind of okay. It's creamy, but a bit on the bland side. Not tasting too much seasoning in this. The bread is nice and soft, which is nice. See it? Nice and soft. bread's nice and a little bit chewy and soft. It's good. The flight attendants are making the rounds for coffee and tea, and I'm having some tea. I didn't eat much of the dinner, and I saw my neighbors getting cup noodles, so I also asked for one. So this is the brand of instant noodle for requests if you are hungry, or in my case, I didn't really like the meal, so getting instant noodle. And that really hit the spot. Okay, so I'm here at the toilet, which was a little toilet tour. It's a really small toilet. This is the mirror. It's actually quite a nice big mirror. And we also have some toothbrushes, razors, as well as lotion. This is soap. And this is the basin, which people brush their teeth here already. It's kind of gross. And then we have the trash bin, tissue, paper, a cup dispenser, and then this is air. And of course we have the toilet here. And it's not too big, small, but clean, except for the wash basin. As you can see, there's lots of empty noodle cups, so I'm not alone in not enjoying dinner. At about the halfway point, the crew came around with our mid-flight snack. The choices are shrimp cup noodles, which I had earlier, or croissant sandwich. So it looks like they got some snacks for us. Got a half croissant sandwich, and I think that's ham. Here's the sandwich. This tastes like egg salad, ham, cheese, like Swiss cheese, and lettuce. And they've begun passing out hot towels because they're gonna start serving food in a little bit. So prepare for that. Hopefully breakfast will be a little bit better than dinner. This dinner wasn't good. I think the noodles was actually the best part of the meals so far. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully breakfast is better. The choices for breakfast is noodle with egg or egg and potatoes. I went for the egg. So breakfast is here. And let's take a look at what we got. So we got egg, almost like a quiche. Some julienne cucumber with tomato sauce. We have a croissant. And I don't know what this is, but I'll try it a little bit. Looks like some kind of a dessert. And we got some fruits here. This is like a potato and egg. I like a quiche. It's dry, and it's a bit bland as well. Okay, but there's this cheese. It's weird. It's like a sweet cheese. It's actually quite good. It's got a slight vanilla taste to it. It's really good. With breakfast done, it didn't take long before we descended into Ho Chi Minh City.
be safe for landing. Thank you.
Sao mà喺邊度？San Diego San Diego 我舊住響 San Diego 響 San Diego 讀書嘅，讀大學嘅，yeah. All right, so we made it to Tanzania International, and we just deplaned. We actually came here on time. Thought we were going to be a little bit late, but everything worked out fine, and I'm headed to immigration and try to get there as soon as possible so that I can get in front of the line. Like I said, it's a little bit strategic on how to get through immigration, and the goal is to get there as soon as possible, get in front of the line. But I think today is probably going to be a little bit less than what I normally encounter because it is 4:30 in the morning right now, and there's not a lot of flights coming in at this point, I think. So we're here early, and like there's not a lot of people in line, so it's pretty nice. See what I mean? There is not too many people in line right now, and so I'm just gonna get in one of these and we should be out pretty fast. See, not too long. The lines have already like tripled in length already, and that was only about 3 minutes difference. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to my audio, but I got through immigration in about 5 minutes. Now I'm headed to baggage claim for my stuff. I spent over half an hour waiting for my stuff to get on the carousel. That's really the luck of the draw though. I've gotten through all of this in about 10 to 15 minutes in the past. So now I gotta get in line. Okay, so I'm back in Ho Chi Minh City and I'm back home. That whole entire flight was a little bit interesting. It was a bit of a mixed bag. Let me explain. First, the good parts. The service was excellent. The staff was really good, very attentive, very courteous, very nice. The seat was nice. I think it wasn't as big as I thought it would be. For my height, 5'8", I think you're good. If you're taller, maybe 5'10", 6 foot, you might be a little bit uncomfortable with your knees. And as far as the food is concerned, that's the bad part. The food I thought was not that good at all. The first meal, the dinner meal, I heard somebody said it was mei sao, which I thought was like stir-fried noodles. And they didn't give you like a little picture to pick the food from, so I didn't know that it was in Western style meal. And the other one, which was fish and rice, and that was the Asian meal. And so I got that, and it ended up being kind of like an Alfredo with grilled chicken. The chicken was not too moist, and the noodles and the sauce were just bland. And I probably ate about a third of it. It wasn't very appealing. There was a dessert. I didn't eat the dessert. I think the best part of the meal was the soda water. And but I was hoping for a better breakfast, but ended up breakfast. I got the egg with potatoes, and it was hard. It was like a block, and it was even hard to cut through with that wooden knife they gave us. But yeah, it wasn't the best meal, and I don't know what the hell was going on in my head when I tasted that yogurt with that little ball of cream that I said was really good. It was really good because it was yogurt, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was very thick, much thicker than your normal yogurt. It was in a ball with some sauce around it, and yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed that the most. And I think out of the whole meal, it was probably instant noodle, the instant cup noodle. That was probably the best out of the whole thing. They did give us a half croissant sandwich that had one slice of ham, one leaf of lettuce, and one slice of cheese. And that was all put on one whole croissant, and they cut in half, and I got half of that. And I think the ratio of things inside to the bread was way off. And so I just ate a little bit of the inside and left the bread basically alone. I am sweating like a crazy person right now. It is so hot today. Anyways, overall, I do like Vietnam Airlines. They're a good carrier, and also they're just way better than any American airline out there. That's the entire experience. 14 hours and 15 minutes. We arrived about 15 minutes late, and I'm here in Vietnam. So thanks for getting lost with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
About an hour after takeoff, they started serving dinner. I didn't eat much of the dinner, and I saw my neighbors getting cup noodles, so I also asked for one. And that really hit the spot. As you can see, there's lots of empty noodle cups, so I'm not alone in not enjoying dinner. At about the halfway point, the crew came around with our mid-flight snack. The choices are shrimp cup noodles, which I had earlier, or croissant sandwich. The choices for breakfast is noodle with egg or egg and potatoes. I went for the egg. With breakfast done, it didn't take long before we descended into Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, I'm not sure what happened to my audio, but I got through immigration in about 5 minutes. Now I'm headed to baggage claim for my stuff. I spent over half an hour waiting for my stuff to get on the carousel. That's really the luck of the draw, though. I've gotten through all this in about 10 to 15 minutes in the past.